Hello, hello. I have to try to do this pretty quickly tonight just because I have an early day. We've got Smear coming out. We've got a gesture. We've got someone trying to hide. It's like, yeah, you don't think we see you, but we can see you. We see. It's like that, it's like a 2-year-old that goes and hides, and what they do is they go behind a curtain but their feet are hanging out, or they just stand there and cover their eyes and they think that they're hidden. We've got a dollhouse. I see you playing house. Number 6 is stability, the imperfect person, family life. You've got the badge, authority. We have the cabin or the lodge. And some Zen, which is good news, right? Zen is always nice. The gesture is the one that is trying to distract or entertain the higher ups, right? They're there, they're paid to be there, or they're being made to be there. Someone could be trying to hide this distraction in order to do some kind of smear campaign. Maybe someone's trying to hide the fact that someone is pretending to, maybe they're playing house, or they're in an illusion, or a false reality of some sort. Nurturing, creations, completion, human imperfection, the hexagon, which is the Star of David, caring for family, home life, compassion, connection, deep emotions, love. Okay, so maybe there's someone who's in a place of authority, or maybe they're holding this. It's like a badge of honor. Could have something to do, as I said, as a lodge or cabin or a place in the woods. Maybe this was somebody's favorite place to go to on maybe a little staycay or a vacation, and that is their place of Zen. Maybe there's a suggestion of going to a cabin. Zen journey, and then we've got these gloves. Maybe they're fighting over a cabin. I was able to color a few more cards today, so I'm kind of thrilled about that. Hope everyone had a really great day. I know there was a time when I was like dreading having to do delivery in the summertime, but here we are in the summertime, and I'm like, wow, this isn't so bad. I don't even use my AC in the car, so there's that. In case you're new here, these are cards that I made. They're all in different stages. When I'm on the road or whatnot, I just write the word down here. I'll write it down at the bottom, and then I will come back to it later and either draw it in if I feel like drawing, or I will color it in if I feel like coloring. I remember in the very beginning when I was doing this, I'm like, I need sleeves, which is the things that hold the cards. I need sleeves, I need sleeves. I don't have any sleeves, and my gosh, I've bought probably 3 rounds of sleeves. There's got to be like maybe 300 cards in here or whatnot now. I'm not too sure. You know how I feel? Well, maybe you don't if you're new. I don't like to have the front card something that I can see or I have seen. Oh goodness. Just making a mess. Maybe something's getting a little bit discombobulated. Needs to be straightened out. I mean, it happens. Seemed like that was a big pull, right? Okay. I have to say, people were in a very interesting mood today. was driving, and this lady got out of her car and completely confronted the car behind her and threw the finger in their direction. Of course, I don't know what was going on. Maybe the guy was driving too fast behind her and she didn't like it. Made her uncomfortable, I would imagine. Back of the deck is the whole kit and caboodle. You've got everything you need at this point, right? You've got all the details, you've got the storyline, you've got all the parts. The whole kit and caboodle. Center of the deck, we've got camera, so there's obviously some kind of proof of that. All the details, you have it all, I was going to say written down or accounted for, documented, or it could just be the paparazzi. Saving the memories. We've got a peach. Maybe someone's got a picture of somebody's peach. Somebody's behind. Could have something to do with Georgia. That's the Georgia peach. We've got check. Maybe that means, yeah, it definitely has to do with something with Georgia. Check, please. Maybe you need to check your peaches. We've got a mystic here. Check your crystal ball. Check your information. Psychic, mysticism, fortune teller, truth uncovered, exposed, third eye, mind's eye, intuition, and inner knowing. So check in with your own inner knowing about what those camera and the peach have to do with anything. It's something you already know about. We've got gears, how everything works together. I'm gonna have to draw those. I was really tired when I started, and I was just like, I just need to stop doing it. We've got a robot. Interesting. We have gears and a robot. Robotic thinking. A yes man or a girl going through the motions. Mechanical, interactional. No love, just transactions. So someone's going through the motions of something. Going through the motions of passion. Robotic lovemaking. That's fun, right? Could have something to do with October or the Halloween season. The pixie. Referencing someone who's a pixie. This is the pixie haircut. I have a whole series of cards based on hairstyles. So this is the pixie. She's it's short, it's fun, it's flirty, little bubbly, carefree, childlike. Bottom of the ocean. This person seems like they are comfortable wherever they may be as far as the pixie. Or maybe someone was kind of trudging through life in such a robotic manner that no matter what was going, the fire's burning inside the jack-o'-lantern, lighting up the sky, lighting up their face lit up. Maybe whoever they met who was this pixie really kind of lit up their world at one point. Energy work, moving energy, the bottom of the ocean. Maybe they brought them out of feeling like they were at the bottom of the ocean. Maybe they had healing hands. Smoke signal, sending out a smoke signal. Interesting, we have a smoke signal and we have the fire, and then we've got a magician and we have the mystic there. Huh. Smoke signals are usually when they are out in the middle of nowhere and they're asking for help and they're hoping to be seen or found. The magician is casting illusions in a haunted house. We've got a Loch Ness sea monster, an elusive creature that is of the depths, interestingly enough. Is it real? Is it not real? Maybe someone's haunted by this. We've got two coming out together, the tiara and transmutation. So this person who obviously has self-respect, right, is able to transmutate all of these kind of scenarios and situations, able to adjust whatever's being thrown at them. They're able to put it in perspective. We've got pointing the finger, the crown. Interesting, we have the crown and the tiara. So someone could be asking for help as far as this illusion is concerned. Someone's being haunted by something that is a little bit elusive. They don't know how or why or where it's coming from. Maybe this person who has a tiara or is in a respected position, maybe they're pointing the finger at the crown, and considering it's a crown and a tiara, they probably are some kind of soulmate or some kind of maybe a twin flame kind of relationship where someone is pointing the finger at the male version, and maybe they're saying that this person is actually the one who's doing energy work. The heart wants what it wants. And they're sending out a smoke signal. They're really wanting somebody. It comes in waves. The magician is creating waves. Fishing. Fishing for information. Dropping a line. Trying to catch something. Anchored, looking for information, asking questions, going deep, considering we've got the bottom of the ocean. Oh, to use bait, to be baited, hook, line, and sinker, pastime, a hobby, calm, looking for information. But they already have the whole kit and caboodle, right? They're supposed to already have all that information. We've got someone who's in a bubble. So someone is probably not out and about. This person probably keeps themselves in a bubble, protected from all of this stuff, that's all the shenanigans that's going around. This bubble was created because I saw a little boy who was in a stroller and they were walking across a crosswalk, and he had one of those bubble blowers that you just go like this and then the bubbles go, and he wasn't even paying attention to the bubbles. He just wanted to have the bubbles and make bubbles, and he was the fun committee. Maybe someone's trying to fish for information why somebody isolated themselves or put themselves in a bubble. Those bubbles also drift off once they're made. Why did this person drift off? Why did their bubble, don't mean to burst your bubble. It was a man-made situation to why they left. And that's what this person is finding out through their information. And we've got the number 6 coming up again. It could have something to do with June. 6 days before, 6 days after, the 6th of the month. And it also could have something to do with, as we said earlier, the family, the Star of David, the Jewish faith. Hide. Someone's trying to hide. Yarn, yet another resource. Negotiation. Could also be looking for a trying to hide a loophole, trying to hide a creative project the day in and the day out. A hamster wheel of life. They're being taken care of, but that's going to get cut off. We're cutting off their ability to even fish for information. Someone's been cut off from trying to get information. And it's all being exposed. Someone could be trying to cut off somebody's sunny disposition, shining light on a situation. We've got the sun and the light shining. I've said it before, the light, the darkness cannot be darkness when there is light. And we've got two light sources here. Taking the lead. Maybe someone's got a sunny personality, in a good mood. Maybe they're a loving individual and they isolated themselves. We've got the bench moving from the center position of a couple nights ago, I believe, and now it is here. Maybe there's someone who is, whoever is pointing the finger, maybe they're being a judge or maybe they're being judgy. Maybe they were leading this whole judging campaign against somebody, since we had the, I think we had the smear before. Someone's checking in with a mystic regarding somebody's peach, and they're bringing a picture with them. That's what that is. Someone's missing the point. Something's broken. The point is broken. This is in regards to Galatians chapter 4, where it says that the freedom of favor is not in the rules or the excuse me, I've got the fan going and the air is on. It's not in the ceremonies and in the rules. It's in the simple fact that someone is just favored by the Most High. So it's not what someone's doing. Maybe that's why they're being isolated in this bubble. It's not what they're doing in order to keep themselves protected, safe, relaxed. It's just in the favor of being a child of the Most High is what's creating this kind of bubble for this individual. And that is the center of the read, is that bubble. Someone is safe in that bubble. Long, this is the long hair card. I personally just cut off 7 inches of my hair. And I did the math. I guess it takes about 12 to 16 months in order to grow 7 inches of hair. So if we go back, my hair was probably 21 inches long. Maybe even more. So if I do the math, and that's a year, that would probably be roughly about 3 years ago. Maybe even 3.5 years ago. I literally cut off anything that I was attached to from 3 or 3.5 years ago. I've completely cut that out of my life. I have no more connection to it. I have to say that even though I wear my hair up a lot, I still felt like a lot better. It was interesting. Very interesting. Anyways, long. You're missing the long point of it. You're missing the long range of it. Maybe this has been going on for a long time. Day in and day out. This whole missing the point thing, as long as it's been going on, is greater than what someone could copy. You can't copy that kind of protection. Are they even copying the right story? Who's to say? We've got ram. They could have been trying to ram it down someone's mentality. Like, this is the way it is. This is what's happening. And maybe they just kept saying it over and over and over, considering we had the smear in the very beginning. The story is already what the story is because we have the whole kit and caboodle. We've already went over it. We already know what's going on. This can also be an Aries card. And we are confirming that because number one, Aries like to be first. They like to be number one. And I don't know why I'm thinking that if someone wasn't made number one, maybe it kind of ruffled their feathers a little bit. Now we're thinking about June 1st. Maybe someone is 6'1". That would probably cancel out the Aries that I know. Oh, there's that other one though. We've got beautiful as the last card. One beautiful. Maybe the ram is one beautiful. You cannot copy. Back in the day, they used to use scribes in order to, because they didn't have printing presses, they would use scribes to take the text from one book to the next. And I've always, I mean, I kind of wonder, since knowing that, it's like, did those scribes ever, like, change the information as they were copying it over? I mean, certainly they had people that came and read it through to kind of, like, recheck it all, right? Unless it was just such a small change with a big result that someone didn't really notice it. I don't know. But we've got someone in the, being confined or isolated or needing a time out. Maybe it's a restraining order because of what somebody said, quote unquote. We've got a worm. Someone trying to worm their way in. Someone being lured. We had that before. Oh, the bait. So we've got our fishing boat and we've got our worm. Could even be a wormhole on a computer system. We've got a piggy bank. Dropping our coins into the pig. A river bank, a money bank, or banking on it. Considering it's next to the ocean, it's probably a river bank. We've got the impossible itch. You know you have that itch right there at the middle of your back and you can't really get to it? That's what this is. So it's like, are you going to reach out and ask someone for help because it's like someone who's right next to you going through the same thing? Or are you going to go solo and maybe find a corner of a wall or something to help you with that itch? It could also be somebody who is just like, something's never enough. Like they have to keep going on more and more and more because they're just never satisfied. The impossible itch. We've got balding or bald. So someone could be bald. Something can be totally uncovered and revealed. He looks all right with being bald, that's for sure. He doesn't look like he would be 6'1", though. Maybe someone got rid of the need for whatever it was that they were seriously having a hard time fulfilling. Maybe they're going down completely to basics. Oh, look at that. They've lost everything. That's what that is. They've lost everything because they're making a deal with the devil. And look at the devil is pointing to the contract. Wowee. We've got the gears and the beautiful. So that's telling me that everything's going to work out beautifully. Right? Everything kind of works together the way it's supposed to. The ending will be beautiful, regardless of what all this is. It looks like the devil's coming to collect on this deal that was made, and that's all being completely exposed. Someone just didn't know when to quit or didn't know how to ask for help, maybe. We've got the energy work, right? The energy work up here with the missing the point. It's almost like someone is kept on sending this energy work out because they were missing the point. Like they kept thinking maybe that someone was sending them this energy work towards them. And it's like, no, you're missing the point. You can't do that to the children of the Most High. They're protected. They're in a bubble. So what's happening is that, and personally, I know that there's a lot of people who say, you know, just send it back and send it back tenfold or whatever, but there's also other people who have said that it's probably in your best interest that you just kind of give it up to the Most High and send it up to the Most High and have Him or have the Most High deal with it the best way that the Most High would like to deal with it. That way you're not contributing to the madness or the chaos, because they say that if you are sending it back, then it's just like you're sending it on your own, and now you've involved yourself with something that you didn't even want to be a part of. So if it's coming at you and you're telling the Most High, please just handle this situation, I'm giving it all up to you for you to do, because I have the faith and the trust that you're going to have the best outcome of everything, then in that regard, that whatever energy they're sending in your direction, it completely misses you and it is dealt with. So if the Most High needs to send it back to them for them to learn a lesson, and I don't know if that's, you know, one of the things that He does, or if He absorbs it and uses it or uses it somewhere else for whatever it's needed to be used for. I don't know. I don't know how it works because I'm not the Most High. I just know that I personally don't feel like manipulating someone's energy against their will is fair in any kind of way, especially if they're not knowing that it's happening to them, or if they are naive to the fact that it's happening to them, or they don't even know that something like that even exists. I don't think it's right for those people who are just unassuming or minding their own business or innocent in a situation. And even in regards to people who are on the opposite, polar opposite of all that stuff, who do know about it, I personally don't agree with it. I just feel like, I don't know, kind of like it's, I don't know. I don't even have the word for it. I'm not judging anyone who does do it, because that's their business between them and the Most High. Just like any decision anyone makes about anything, even if you had ice cream, that's between you and the Most High. That has nothing to do with me. The only thing that has to do with me is my decision if I'm going to participate or not, and that answer is no. As I said in other videos, I recently found out that that sort of thing is actually a thing. I didn't know it was a thing. And I do not participate, other than saying I give it up to you, to the Most High, for you to mediate that the best way that you know how to mediate it. We've got someone's in a pinch. There's a mole. Maybe the mole's in a pinch with the initial Z, first, middle, or last, or a word that starts with Z. Remember when. Someone probably can't remember when. Guest. They're not a guest. Someone can't be put in a box anymore. E, first, middle, or last, or a word that starts with E. Someone's underground, or they're not grounded. That's the inspiration. To get unstuck or not stuck. And swap. What are we swapping? Swapping cash. Just so you know, this is how I'm pulling them. I'm just put my hand in there and I'm pulling it out. Hello. Swapping cash. All right, well, let's swap some cash this way. That would be great. No, I don't remember. We've got the egg coming out here, and we've got a heirloom upside down. Someone did not inherit whatever it was that they were supposed to inherit. Their nest egg, they didn't get it. And the memories are upside down. Memories and remember Ren. Both of those are upside down. Isn't that interesting? Someone could be trying to erase somebody's memories of the past. I know that there was somebody who I met at a restaurant, and it was their birthday, and that was actually back in October, actually. And he was an older guy, and I ended up taking the man to ice cream because it was his birthday and he didn't have plans. So I thought, oh my gosh, that's so sad. So something, I want to say, provoked me or incited me to take him to get an ice cream. I think he might have asked for a date, and I said, you know what, I don't really want to do a date, but we can, I'll take you for ice cream for your birthday. And he kept touching my forehead, he did it multiple times during the night, and I just asked him not to do that. I felt it was creepy. And he's like, wow, I didn't, wasn't trying to be creepy, but it's like, why are you touching my forehead? And he would always do it when I was telling him about some of the stuff that I had dealt with or gone through, or my ideas or suspicions about what it was that I thought was going on at my around me at the time. So anywho, it's all very interesting. Someone's trying to take someone's memories, perhaps. So be mindful. Mind over matter, right? With that being said, I hope you make it a great day, and I hope something great happened for you today. Just like I was telling the girl at the coffee shop, we're the only ones that can make our days great in the in reality of things. It's all about our perspective and all the things that we focus on. Just because we have too much graham cracker crumbs on the coffee, that's all right. It's not that big of a deal. There's nothing perfect in life, so you just gotta make it as best you can with what you got. With that being said, make it a great day. Take care. And thank you for being here. I absolutely love those comments. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you.